Everybody loves penguins, right? Well, judging by the success of the Madagascar movie spin-off Penguins of Madagascar, it would seem so. The success of a family CGI movie almost certainly results in two things: more movies in the same vein, and a video game adaptation for the franchise. Penguins of Madagascar is certainly no exception. And the task of turning the four-feathered friends into video game heroes fell to publisher Little Orbit, which is no stranger to movie-inspired video game. Taking control of Kowalski, Skipper, Rico, and Private, you are tasked with infiltrating the stronghold of Fort Knox. However, these flightless birds have no desire for gold, and instead are on a mission to steal Fort Knox's supply of cheesy dibbles as their reward. Whilst unlawfully gathering their stash of potato snacks, they stumble upon a diabolical scheme contrived by the evil cephalopod Dr. Octavius Brine. The band of penguins must then work to overcome the plan and thwart the evil doctor. If this sounds familiar, then, as highlighted in our introduction, that's because it is. Our review of the Wii U version says much the same thing. Once again, this is a stealth platformer in the very loosest sense of the word. Whilst infiltrating the various locations, Kowalski, Skipper, Rico, and Private must avoid being caught by the droves of octopi guards on patrol and numerous security cameras dotted throughout the stages. The enemy AI particularly forgiving, though, so you can practically run right past them and suffer no consequences. While understandable considering the target audience, it still offers little genuine challenge. The field of vision of the guards is particularly laughable, and you can often stand in plain view without being detected, sure to offend octopi everywhere given their characteristically keen eyesight. Ask a marine biologist. Penguins of Madagascar does have the odd interesting feature or two, such as the detection gauge. Unlike some more frustrating stealth moments that we see in games, being spotted doesn't instantly result in a game over. Instead, the longer you remain in the enemy's field of view, the more the detection bar gradually fills, causing a game over upon it reaching maximum capacity. Interesting as this feature may be, maxing out the detection gauge is easy to avoid, and simply sprinting away from the enemy will leave you safe and unpursued. Metal Gear, this ain't. During the mission, each of the four penguins can carry out unique abilities in order to proceed through the stages. Rico, who can do a speed dash. Private can disguise himself as objects such as plant pots. Skipper can stun slap enemies. And Kowalski can perform a hover for a few seconds that we like to refer to as fart propulsion. It is up to the player to determine how and when to use each character's skill sets, although certain functions specifically require a set penguin for secondary abilities that each possesses. These are color-coded to make the process even easier. For example, Kowalski, who is assigned the blue color, can hack into computer terminals, helpfully colored blue. These special actions offer varying forms of gameplay. However, anyone beyond the age of 5 may scoff at the simplicity. For example, hacking computer terminals requires you to connect the glowing sides of hexagons, whilst blowing open doors with explosives requires a short game of Simon Says before detonation. Espionage has never been easier, but considering the material, that's arguably the right approach. The gameplay can sometimes become rather confusing, however, for an experience that is on the face of it relatively easy. Wandering around a labyrinth of rooms and offices over a number of floors can become quite disorienting. With no map available, your memory and spot the difference skills are paramount in order to discern one area from another. Frustratingly, one often takes a new path only to find a dead end filled with a rather unsatisfying stash of cheesy potato snacks. Collecting these will fill up some of the optional bonus requirements that can be viewed on the bottom screen. Times detected, completion under a certain time, etc. But in the grand scheme of things are rather pointless. Despite the initial plot of the game, Penguins of Madagascar on the 3DS is acceptable from a visual perspective, but unsurprisingly lacks the sheen of the Wii U equivalent. Unfortunately, like Little Orbit's other recent movie adaptations, Disney Planes Fire and Rescue, There is a distinct absence of cutscene. It is baffling that games based on the colorful, comical CGI movies of Pixar and DreamWorks lack the traits which make the movies so popular, especially when one considers the appeal that the penguins' goofy antics and voices have over their audience. Instead, the story is provided with moving footage of the characters, impassive dialogue, presenting with boxed text. The choice to be quite so text-heavy, given that Penguins of Madagascar is a title which is undoubtedly aimed at the younger audience, is certainly an odd one. Gamers may find themselves mashing the buttons in a blasé fashion simply to get back to the gameplay. With a lack of voices, gameplay is instead accompanied by the odd grunt, slapstick sound effect, and rather generic Mission Impossible style espionage music. Considering the subject matter, Penguins of Madagascar lacks the charm of the movies it's based on, and all of the potential comedy that one would expect is missing. Whilst by no means a poor game, Penguins of Madagascar will give those playing a very mediocre experience. The title has faint glimpses of being a fun, amusing stealth platformer, but one cannot overlook the many missing aspects that could and should have made this a top title. Laughable enemy AI, dull and repetitive environments, and the shocking lack of cutscenes and voice acting all contribute in making this seem a rather rushed movie tie-in, likely to only appease the children.
Private, ready!
Ready for action. Kowalski here.
Ooh, kaboom, kaboom! Private, reporting for duty!
Skipper, ready to...
Kowalski, reporting for duty. Private, ready for action! Sometimes it's nice to slow down a bit. Look around some more.
Skipper, ready and able.
Private can help us out here.
Wait, nobody move.
Kowalski, Private here. Sometimes it's
Skipper, ready and able.
Kowalski.
Private Skipper, ready. All in, boys. All in, boys.
Kowalski. Private, ready.
Skipper, all in, boys. Oh! Kowalski here.
Private, reporting for duty.
Skipper here. Hup. Kowalski here. Watch this. Ah, sweet science, you never fail me.
Private,
Skipper! Kowalski! Skip! 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 Kowalski! Skip! Kowalski here.
private.
Skipper, reporting for duty. All in, boys. All in, boys. All in, boys. All in, boys. It's go time. Ready? Go. Ready? Go. Wait. Nobody move. Good. Good. Kowalski. What wondrous miracles of the stomach.
Private, good to go. Look what I found. I do hope there aren't any badgers in here.
Skipper, ready to go. Kowalski.
Private,
Skip Kowalski here with science. This one will be for the science books. Behold my creation!
private.
Skipper, ready for action. All in, boys. Hup. Ready? Go.
games.
I'm keeping my standing around skills sharp. Handsome, but not as handsome as my handsome self.
Probability dictates that I should ask you if you have any sixes, Skipper.
Nice try, but your probability is wrong. Go fish. Move all that junky junk out. I don't care where.
Sure thing, King Julien.
Hey, our junk's not junky.
Stop right there, Ringtail. What is this? It's the dance floor for my birthday party. Yeah! Birthdays in this top-secret facility are for authorized personnel only. As king, I hereby authorize you to host it for me. It's going to be extremely fun. All in, boys.
Kowalski here with...
Skipper here. Hup. Oop. Oop. Ho. Ho. Ho.
Kowalski, at your service.
Sometimes Rico won't have it here.
Skipper, ready and able.
Kowalski here with science.
All in, boys. All in, boys.
Kowalski here with science.
Private reporting for duty. This looks like a job for me.
Skipper, ready for action. Oh! Oop! Oh! 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 Oh!
Kowalski, at your service. Watch this.